Mr. Chair, we are live.
We are?
I'm alive, are you?
I'm alive.
First of all, do we have Brett?
Nope.
Okay, he's gonna make it.
If he does patch in, will you let us know? Then we're gonna have to revert to roll call.
Right.
Showtime?
Showtime.
We will call this meeting to order. Note the presence of a quorum. I'd invite everyone to please stand. We will begin with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, guests, staff, visitors present with us here this morning. First item of business would be approval of the agenda. David, any,
No additions, Mr. Chair.
or commissioners, anything? Not, a motion would be in order.
Move to approve.
Commissioner LaVisca moves, supported Commissioner Westerland. Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. Agenda is hereby approved. On to citizens' public comment. Are there any comments or requests from visitors? Are there any comments or requests from visitors? Third and last call, comments, requests from visitors. Hearing none, we'll proceed to the consent agenda. Again, a motion would be in order.
So moved, Chair.
Commissioner Carney moves, support.
Support.
The motion is supported by Commissioner LaVisca. Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. Consent agenda is hereby approved.
I can't get mine up.
And sentenced to serve, STS year in review. Mr. Pat Scullard, welcome, Pat. Up here at podium, whatever you'd
Wherever you wanna
prefer.
be.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Thanks for having me. I guess I could just open it up and just see if there's any questions about the materials that I sent you first. I think you should have all received just a brief packet
Yep,
of what we got. I could just start with that. No?
yep, go on.
Okay, just kind of go through the cover page here, this year we've worked almost 5,000 hours and saved various organizations around the county, almost $80,000 in labor. Part of the program's mission has always been to give offenders a chance to repay their community and at least show them a little semblance of what we might call normalcy, getting up every day, going out to work, doing stuff. We've done over 50 projects this year, just in various areas for different organizations. We're still experiencing some lower jail populations, so our crew sizes are down a little bit. Actually, though, today we've got 7 working on the crew, including a couple in the jail, so we got 5 going out, about ready to add another one, so we'd have 6 going out, which is, in my conversations with other counties and other programmers throughout the state, we're kind of an anomaly. Most counties aren't even running STS anymore, and if they are, they're not having very good luck having people on the crew. So we're pretty fortunate that we still have some people that are eligible and we can get them out and work them, and it's proving to be beneficial. Just a little tidbit, I kind of looked at some of my numbers this morning since I started tracking everything, since the inception of the program back in the 90s, we've logged over almost 700,000 hours of labor for Aitkin County, so that's pretty significant. That's an eye opener. So yeah. At page 2, just kind of is a little pie chart that kind of shows our distribution of work throughout the county, throughout the different organizations. And I don't know, is there any questions on who we're working for and what we're doing? Nope. Okay. And then the last couple of pages are just a list of projects that we've done. And it's a partial list, of course, because we're still sitting in November. We still have some time to finish off. It's just, our projects are so wide and varied, it's just hard to summarize what we're doing, so. And that's about all I have, unless you guys have some other questions for me.
Commissioners?
I I don't have anything against STS.
Yeah.
How many people did we used to have as supervisors? You know, I mean, you've been there forever, since
yeah.
its inception.
Since 2004, I've been
Actually,
I've
two
been
or
there.
three or
It's
four.
always been two. It's
Okay.
always been two. There's always been a coordinator, which is a position that I hold, and
Okay.
and then there's been a crew leader too. So now my position has changed a little bit. I don't take the crew out so much anymore. I'm doing more programming in the jail, transports, things like that.
Okay,
But yeah, it's always been, since I've been on, it's always been two. In fact, my predecessors, it's always been two.
yeah, yeah, I kind of remember your predecessor, not much.
And
but-
even when our crew sizes are down, we're utilized in other areas of the jail. Kent's still, Kent Olson still, he's a jailer and he does transports and he does fill shifts in the jail and we're never not busy. We always got something
Right.
that's going on, yeah.
Pat, not that it's a problem or a cash cow problem anymore. We don't have the influx of out-of-county residents, so to speak. Were you able to use inmates from other counties that we were housing on SDS?
Most of them are St. Louis County. We still house some St. Louis County people, and they're not. They don't allow their people to work. But in almost every other county that we house, if they're eligible, if they're sentenced and they're eligible to go out and work, we can take them out and work, and we have done that.
Okay,
And that works out really well because they have no ties to our community, and they always do a good job. We always have good luck with them. So.
well, commissioners, any comments, questions?
No, thank you.
Good job.
No, I just want to end. I just want to thank y'all for your support because, it's been kind of a tough time the last couple of months with STS, with the state cutting off their portion of it. And we just really appreciate you guys still standing behind us. And we just want to let you know that we offer a great value to our community. And there's a lot of little things that we do that go unnoticed that, if we went and listed every one, we'd have a ton of things that we do, but we do a lot for our community. And it's a pleasure to still be involved in the program.
You bet. In more ways than one, it's a big plus to the taxpayers of Aitkin County.
It is. Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks very much,
Appreciate it.
Pat.
Thanks.
Thanks, Pat.
Chris, you're on deck. Could you let let him know that we're running
I
ahead?
just texted him.
Oh,
Give me 1 second. Hey, Chris, I can't even get that up on mine. I've been trying since we started, but,
So you have to work and then do your presentation.
Yeah.
because I don't know what the code is.
Okay, so we just need to switch to the Aitkin County MN.gov.
Oh, the new.
The new 2 years old now?
Well, it's been working ever since, you weirdo.
Well, it normally does still work, but the problem is
Chris,
we still
there we
use
go. Thank you.
the co.aiken.mn.us as part of our internal network as well. So that's why you have trouble getting there when you're
I
on
know.
our guest Wi-Fi.
I should probably change all that stuff.
So, thank you, commissioners.
good morning, Chris.
Good morning. So I am here to spend some money again. Yes, it is quite a lot of money. It is spread out over a 3-year period. This is an appliance that we first started running 3 years ago. This is our 3-year renewal on it. And what this is it's an autonomous AI engine that monitors our network traffic for us and then can take automatic actions when it detects something suspicious or even just unusual. It will block that traffic for us. And it can do this 24 hours a day, so it doesn't need human intervention to work. It just does its thing as it sees fit. Of course, we can override it if we determine that it's blocking something that actually needs to be happening. We are asking to add an additional component to this as well, and that is the email protection component. When Darktrace first brought this to us, me and my team looked it over and we said, oh, it's an awful lot of money for what it does. And then we had 2 data breaches last year.
Absolutely.
At least for the third one, when we look back, for the record, the third one was not actually a data breach, but there was a potential breach there. One of our staff did receive a phishing email, clicked on it. We were able to lock down the account before the malicious actor got in there, but Darktrace would have prevented that email from even being delivered. Yeah. The costs of a data breach are astronomical. Our insurance deductible is $10,000 on that. And a data breach will eat that up in a heartbeat. So that's $10,000 per incident. Now I bring this to you as a package because that is how their pricing is. They are giving us promotional pricing to add the email component to the network component. So if we were to reject the email component, I would have to go back and get a separate renewal quote. Otherwise, the other important thing to point out is this is budgeted for in my 2026 budget, and this payment is deferred until that 2026. However, they will allow us to start using the component immediately.
Is that the incremental payment of the 69,000?
Correct.
Okay,
So it will be 69,000 per year for the next 3 years.
commencing in fiscal year 26.
Correct.
Question, Mr. Chair?
Yes, Commissioner LaVisca?
I assume that payment and using their software includes any updates, patching, things like that? That they have
Absolutely, yep.
throughout the course, okay.
And I'm curious about the insurance deductible. Is that through MCIT?
Correct, MCIT. The cybersecurity portion is a separate rider on top of
Okay,
our
that
other.
answers
Yeah.
my second question.
So will that change if we have this?
No.
That's a bummer.
Chair, if I might.
Yes,
On
Commissioner
those-
Carney.
Thank you. On those two previous breaches, do we have a dollar amount that is costs thus far?
I don't have that exact figure.
Okay.
I'm sure I can get that for you.
No further questions, Chair.
Thank you, sir. Commissioners, any other comments, questions?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion on the floor to set effect by Commissioner Westerland, support.
Support.
Motion is supported by Commissioner LaVisca. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. Recommendation is approved. Thanks very much, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Yeah, thank you.
Chris.
Just an FYI, when you call for the floor, the reason I call your name is so people online know who's talking.
Absolutely.
Wow. I like this. On to item number 5, facilities. Welcome, Jim. We're running a little ahead. Thanks for coming up early.
Morning,
Yep,
Jim.
no problem. Thank you. Good morning. So this morning I'm just here to give a little information about basically the HHS project. Just like to keep the board informed once a month how the project's going, where we're at. As of right now, everything's going extremely well. We are staying on schedule. We've had a few minor things that have come up like you do in every remodel, nothing major. We are staying well within budget, so that's a good thing. Demo is about 90% complete. As you notice out front, you'll see all the digging on the south side. That will be filled in by the middle of next week. That is for the new entrance, and then there's a handicap ramp and a canopy that goes over that entry. So that's what that digging is about. So that will be, dirt will be covered up. They're gonna try and get it poured yet this fall. They'll have to cover it, add some heat as temperatures are dropping, but we will get that completed.
That's been prompting a lot of questions by passersby.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know you guys were adding on. Well, we're not, but you had to put a new sewer line in.
we had to put a new sewer line in, and then the new entry, we are adding a very large conference room that's kind of encompasses where the lobby and the old entry was, so that prompted having to have a new entry. So the reason for that large conference room up there is so that the public, other employees of Aitkin County can use that conference room without having to check in and go through the FTI process to get into the rest of the building, so.
Yes, Commissioner LaVisca?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, we needed kind of a new secure entry, correct? Like more
Yeah,
secure.
yep, and that's all part of that was kind of part of what prompted the whole remodel, as extensive as it got, is the security and yeah, making it more secure. and then meeting federal guidelines that we had to meet, so,
All right, thanks.
yeah.
And again, planning is worth so much. Cynthia Bennett started this quite a few years ago. And the thought that was put into it is paying off.
Yeah.
The
it's-
centralization of that, public versus non-public. I mean, you got into that conference room, the meeting room or the lunch room. It was like a mouse maze to get out of it. People virtually got lost.
Yeah.
Yep. No, this will be, it'll be nice. And starting this Friday, we are going to start bringing HHS staff through the building as it progresses, just so they can kind of see, see the steps that go into it, see everything that's there. The group that we're bringing through Friday is actually part of the group that's working on furniture. There's enough walls up now, they can kind of start seeing what the layout's gonna be of the cubicles, what the layout of the offices are gonna be. So we're gonna start working through that. Furniture should be, ready to be approved by right around the 1st of January. That is our goal. That way we can be ahead of any, usually if there's increases in costs, it happens at the first of the year. So we're trying to stay ahead of that. That way we can make sure it's ordered and ready to go. We have talked extensively with the furniture company, and they've assured us that what we have budgeted will suffice to get what we need for furniture in there. That was an issue when we built this. Furniture costs were taking such a jump that we got behind on the furniture costs. So that's been something we've been watching ever since we started, is make sure we have enough put away for the furniture. So yeah, really we've got furniture, technology, which we've already gotten the bids, and we know where that pricing is gonna be. And then there's some of the secure doors pieces. Those are the last couple things that we need to get approved, and we've just been kind of working through those three together because those are on us. They weren't bid items. So these are items that we can control the cost of. It wasn't part of the bid package. So we're trying to make sure that all stays within budget, so. Yep. Mechanical is in process right now, and that's kind of the last big piece that we're gonna see where a large change order could come out of, and as of right now, we're not seeing anything, so it's good.
Mr. Chair, I have a question.
Commissioner Westerland?
So, have we ever seen a whole plan yet? Or is that just for
The whole,
these?
yeah, they've seen the whole, what the interior is. Would you like me to share?
Sure,
With
even
you?
if, just
Yep.
email it so I can
Yep, absolutely.
walk in through there. It's just like, okay, I could never even imagine.
Yeah, yeah, and any time, after your meetings, or anytime you're in town, just get a hold of me, and if you wanna walk through the project, just let me know.
I was gonna see if you could after the meeting today. If you-
Yeah, yep, absolutely, so,
I
just,
might hop on that too.
yeah, nope, that's fine, we can walk
Perfect.
through it, take a look at it.
Chair, if I might.
Yes.
I know, I'm gonna switch on you real quick.
Perfect.
Do you have, since you're here, and you give us an update on the sheriff's building, the sheriff's garage? Do you have an update for us on that? We haven't heard from
The boat and water?
the boat and water garage. Thank you
Yeah,
for the
yep, the boat and water, we've got drawings complete, and, the discussion was, do we try and squeeze it in this fall, or do we take it out for bid and get it going first thing in the spring? And we've kind of decided we're gonna do first thing in the spring, because we do have to tear down that building out there, get that old slab tore up, new concrete poured, so, yeah, we're actually gonna be doing that one and the two at the fairgrounds, getting those bid out this winter, so they're ready to go first thing in the spring,
Thank you for the update.
yes.
Good.
So, yep, no, we're moving along on all those, and I had been working with, John Welly. I've just been extremely busy over the last couple months with things, but,
Don't worry about
we're, yeah, I will get back with John and we'll get the bid packages put together and get them out there, probably be right after first of the year. Get them out there before contractors start getting booked up.
Good timing. Anything new on FEMA or the fairgrounds facilities building?
Not, same thing, we've got the drawings ready to go. I'm hoping to, actually, we might try and get a little bit of work done yet this fall, dirt work stuff that we can do. It's just a matter of if the highway department gets their stuff finished up, and I've got to connect with John and Scott on that, so.
Nothing like 3 major projects going at one time.
Something to do, keep us busy, so. Yeah, other than that, at the last facilities meeting, Dave McMillan brought forth a grant that he had become aware of to get some solar panels that, if everything works out as the grant appears, they would be free to Long Lake, and they would help, maybe an estimated, maybe roughly $10,000 a year it would take off the electricity. So Dave is working through that grant to see what it's all about before that grant would be approved. That will come in front of the whole board. But he came to facilities just to make sure there was support, and the discussion was, if the panels are free and it's gonna help save some money, let's absolutely look at it. So that's kind of the phase we're in.
Panels coming from?
It's, so there's federal money and state money that is out there, for the grant, and, so,
Are they matching?
no, they are not matching. So
That's,
that's why it's such a big deal, so, yep.
I think it's why people are getting away from solar, is because of the unseen costs and issues that they're having with them.
Yeah, and that was some of the discussion at the facilities is, yep, you know, even if they're free, what are the annual maintenance costs? What are the, what are the costs every 10 years? What are the disposal costs, all that? So Dave's gathering all that information as well.
Okay, good.
And, so, yeah, no, he's working through it, gonna take a look at it, and then we will bring it forward when we have more information. But he wanted to just make sure that there was an appetite to even look at it, and, it's absolutely worth exploring,
Yep,
so.
it is.
Yep. All right, any other facilities questions?
No?
All right,
Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Jim?
We'll see you after a while.
Yeah, after the meeting, we'll swing down that way.
Sounds good, thanks.
Will Kristen or somebody from CLE, were they planning to attend?
No.
Okay,
This is, Mr. Chair, Dave Minke, County Administrator. This is just the statement of work for the 2025 audit. And so there is an underlying master agreement that does not change from year to year, and then the statement of work is updated. If you look on page 11 of the statement of work, it outlines the cost. It's an approximate 6% increase over last year, or the current year, so the 24 audit. And so if there are any questions, I can try to answer them.
commissioners?
None for me.
Pretty
And
standard
you are
year to year.
looking, pardon?
Pretty standard year to year.
Yeah, the percent of increase varies, but,
Right.
Yeah.
and you're looking for action on this.
Yes, please.
Barring comments, questions, is there,
I'll make a motion.
Commissioner Carney moves approval, support?
Second?
Commissioner Westland supports, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion's carried. Next item,
Mr. Chair, members of the board, the public hearing for this liquor license has already been held. There was a desire to hold it over until Commissioner Westerland was here, since it's in her district. And so today you are able to consider the license, have more discussion if you want more information. You don't need to make a decision today. It's a discretionary decision, so typically it would be a reasonable basis test to grant or not grant the license.
and as a preface to that, or a prelude, County Attorney Jim Ratz is here outlining, I think, the four basic things that would constitute a legitimate objection. And that was contained in the minutes, I believe. Open up for comments, questions.
Are you waiting for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry, Wes. So I have read through some of the comments. I wish I would have been online. I was on vacation. It's not beat a dead horse, right? So in Malmo Township, I believe there are 4 liquor licenses right now, and there's 2 that are restaurants, and there's 2 that are quite close to each other in, you know.
Are they all off sale?
Yeah. They're all, for 374 or 70, almost 380 people in that small township. I know it gets very busy and congested on Highway 2, 18, and 47. They are very busy highways. I think that the supply does not meet the demand, or it meets the demand right now, that we don't need any more liquor stores in Malmo Township. I know there used to be one at Carlsona and Malmo Bay also, but those both are gone. They were on Highway 18. So, you know, with all the accidents that we've had on 2 and 18,
Before a motion.
yeah,
Commissioner
If I might-
Carney?
If I might add into that, you did have one of the letters you received was from a person that sits on the planning commission. And I'd just like to remind the board that in the planning commission, when we do our conditions, one of those conditions, one of the findings, questions is, could this be hazardous or injurious to the community? Could this cause a hazard? And she was very adamant that, and they went through an accident a year ago with a family member, and stating that it is a high-traveled, trafficked area. So I think we need to take that into consideration. I'm not one to stop any type of business development, but if it's gonna be injurious or hazardous or have the potential of being that, I think we really need to take a look at our process.
And Commissioner Carney, if I may, I believe that was one of the, I think, 4 criteria outlined by the county attorney.
Right.
Was location
Right.
and under that auspices. Any further comments? Questions, discussion? A motion would be in order, a motion of some sort to approve or deny under the circumstances.
I would make a motion to deny the liquor license for the Malmo Market, Malmo Township,
Due to,
due to the issues that it's gonna cause, the injuries it could cause.
location.
Yeah, the location. The location is not ideal at this time.
Motion on the floor to set effect by Commissioner Westerland. Support? Is there support to the motion?
I'll support that motion.
Okay, that motion is supported by Commissioner Carney. Any further discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Commissioner LaVisca.
I would agree that the location is pretty bad, and barring, like, an issue that we can't control is the fact that we should have a slower speed zone in that area, and that would be obviously a state determination. So, I mean, there's potential accidents and further congestion in there and going across the street. At the same time, I have trouble saying that if a business is doing things legally, that we're gonna tell them they can't. So I'm still on the
It's tough.
fence and
Yeah.
on my own, so.
Well, and I think we all
tough.
feel that way. It's just, at this time, I mean, it's just really a tough area. I mean, people drive 65 miles an hour and down to 55 because they think it's 60. So
Right.
then you know they're gonna go 65. We've had many crashes on that corner. I've seen many crashes on that corner.
Yep.
So it's.
Chair, if I might,
Yes, Commissioner Carney.
I think one thing that we need to think about as a board also is the effect to the whole. This does affect one business, but we have to look at the whole community and the impact that this could possibly have. That's my concern. Like I said, I'm not happy that we have to tell a business that they can't expand to do this type of business, but I would hate to say yes and then we have it's a situation or an incident that happens by the result of that. And having said that, there are locations already there, numerous locations in a small community that offer this service. So I'll stand by my support too.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, if I could,
Yes, Commissioner Leviska?
I know that another one of the four circumstances that the county attorney had pointed out was basically a public health aspect. Sure. And I know that if you have what they consider an oversaturation, basically, of availability to liquor, so, there's avenues that way too. So, again, there's things both ways on it.
Sure.
Further discussion? Hearing none, I think we'll go by roll call vote on this. Going counterclockwise. We'll call the question. Commissioner Westerland,
Aye.
Commissioner Leviska,
I'll vote no.
Commissioner Carney,
Aye.
and I will vote nay. The motion fails. Now I'm going to yield to our county administrator that this can be resurrected if need be, because today was not an absolute deadline to make a decision.
Mr. Chair, I am not sure of that. If there's an application for a license and you've denied it, if you can of your own volition issue it in the future or not, I think that would be an attorney question.
Hasn't
But
been denied.
Well, it hasn't. We just have a
It's
stalemate.
just a tie.
We're
Oh,
trying-
I'm
there's
sorry.
two-
I'm sorry.
It's two voting yes for the,
I thought you
the,
said yay too, but you said nay.
Nay.
for the motion and two voting no for the motion.
Oh,
So the motion to deny does not pass.
Right.
So that can be
correct.
brought back
Okay,
up.
yes. Now that
was
I
the
understand the
basis.
situation, I concur with your conclusion.
Thank you.
No.
And I guess we'll leave it in the hands of the administrator to see, what, if anything, comes of this, if this needs to be resurrected at a future meeting or not.
All right.
And you'll convey the tie vote to the petitioner. Well, County Administrator, you still have the floor here.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair. So Sherburne County is asking other counties to consider supporting the repeal of Minnesota's nuclear power moratorium. And so in 1994, I think it was, the state issued a moratorium for the construction of additional nuclear power plants. There was an effort last session to repeal that at the legislature. Our legislators did sign on to that legislation. And so I think Sherburne County's request is that before the legislative session, counties would move to support the repeal. I've had some conversation with the Association of Minnesota Counties because there's a lot of questions related to this. And I think they are planning some education and additional information. And so I put it on your agenda today just for some clarification and discussion. And if you had any questions, and if you want to proceed, I would draft a resolution showing your support.
I'd like to see a resolution supporting it.
Okay.
I also would, I would hope that all 87, I'm sure the Metro, but
They won't.
they won't, but I think that would be great,
I mean, nuclear energy is,
cleaner than anything
it
we've ever
is,
had.
and it's much safer than it always used to be. It's much cleaner than it has been. It's, yeah, so I think it's a no-brainer.
And you have a copy of the proposed resolution.
Yep.
Sure.
And again, this is only a discussion motion
Right.
Right.
today. But is it a consensus of this board?
Absolutely.
To proceed?
Yep. Okay, I'll have a resolution for you for your next meeting.
Okay,
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
very good. This is unprecedented.
Through this.
David, committee or Administrator updates, the floor is yours. What's going on?
Thank you,
not?
Mr. Chair. Well, we've assigned most of the work apparently to Jim Bright. And he's doing a fantastic job.
Great.
Sure is.
Yeah, I don't have any particular updates or comments. I mean, if you have questions on anything going on. I did circulate an update on your rules of procedure. I don't know if there's any feedback on those or if I should just proceed with finalizing some of those edits.
I was not able to extract the changes or the highlights for some reason.
I'll get you a copy.
Okay,
So, Mr.
I didn't
Chair.
have any issues.
Yeah, kind of what I saw with it is it did get rid of a lot of redundancy and
Yeah.
like
it was housekeeping.
it streamlines the way we operate currently. It's less wordy, I think, and it clarifies a lot. And like I say, we've never really looked at it because, yeah, we're gonna use the same board procedure, so we just kind of pass it every year. But I think, what David did really streamlines it and
It
clarifies
condenses.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I interpret it as trying to do two things. One, it's trying to share with the public what your procedures are. And two, it's trying to set standards for yourself. And so I think if you were a member of the public, it was just hard to wade through about a dozen pages. And so I think it's helpful from that perspective to make it a little easier to access.
Yeah, are you looking for direction as to whether?
I think I've got direction, and I'll get a copy to the chair, and then,
Yeah.
certainly.
I didn't see anything I objected to, I just couldn't extract for some reason. Anything else? Any questions of the administrator?
How are you enjoying your job so far?
It's good.
Good.
This is a good place.
Number one county.
It is, it is. Number
Starts at the top of the list.
001, I understand.
That's right.
Yes,
Number one.
Yeah, you have collected a remarkable group of people here, and it's a pleasure to work here.
it's good to hear.
Great to hear that.
Well, on to committee updates. Commissioner Westerland?
Miss Vacation Lady.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I had committees. We went to the ATV committee, the Mille Lacs ATV Trail update from DJ. We went out for bids. Most of them are over $2 million and we only have 1.5 million. So, for some reason, I don't know why we just don't do this in-house. But
This is-
I think we're supposed to contract with workers to help them. I mean, there's so many state rules, and
Yeah,
he
Mr.
sent us the rules from the state for the grant. I don't know, what was it, like 30 pages, 40 pages?
Yeah, and there are significant requirements when using grant funds same with the HHS remodel. That grant agreement should be ready for your next meeting. But Commissioner Westerland understated the deficit a little bit because that $1.5 million grant has about $500,000 of design and engineering, so there's only about $1 million for actual construction. And so I know DJ was looking at ways to do some of the work in-house and reducing the scope of the project to
Yeah.
get it done.
It's just really, it's devastating to me because it's been going on for so long, and that's just the way it is.
And significant price inflation
Yeah.
since that grant was approved.
It's 2018. I think it was 18. Well, and then COVID hit, and then, not that that should be blamed, according to some people. I also had Northern Counties. They're gonna be sending dues to us, probably to you, David, for the county administrator. Joint powers agreement, we're trying to work that out where because we're adding 2 new counties, and every time we have to add counties, we have to go through the joint powers agreement, so we're trying to change that, so we don't have to do that. The legislative update dinner, we agreed that we probably will have that again, even though it's kind of an odd date and time that we're having.
Right.
if they're even have a legislative conference, I don't know, they probably will, but anyway. So that'll probably happen at some point in February or March. It's March this
Right.
year, I think. Yeah, we really just talked a lot about the 2040 climate change rules that are out there, carbon credits. People are coming up with all these new rules about carbon credits. And I asked the question, how are they measuring these carbon credits? And everybody just kind of went, we don't know. So Julie Marinucci and Paul, what's his last name? I can't, sorry, Paul, St. Louis County. They were-
McDonald?
McDonald, thank you. They're still working on a lot of the PILT stuff and yeah, just, and we don't think there's gonna be another special session, and we guess that Walls is running, and the bonding bill, I've heard 12 billion that they have for the bonding bill, and they don't know what they're gonna do with it. I'm really scared when they say that. It
And
should
this
be
morning
on,
it announced that Walls is having second thoughts about a special session.
yeah, but he probably isn't. Oh, that he's gonna have one?
He's thinking about it
I think the
Okay.
pressure's coming down.
Well,
from the Metro.
it's about time. But I think that the bonding bill should be infrastructure, infrastructure, infrastructure. Roads, bridges, boy,
Absolutely.
man, we need that stuff so bad. And not just outstate Minnesota, everybody needs it. So that's about all I had.
Okay, thanks Lori and welcome back. We missed you.
Thanks.
Commissioner LaVisca?
I had ATV committee with Commissioner Westerland. The only thing I would add is that meeting left me with a lot of questions I need to get answered regarding, so we got this state money, the grant money for doing it, but generally before you're gonna go for grant money, you have a plan in place, and I don't see anywhere where there was a pre-planned project, you know what I mean? Generally, if you're gonna go for grant money, you have an idea. And I don't see where that idea came from, so I have a lot of questions to get answered. But we're gonna have to figure out how to do a lot of it, or what we can in-house, what the state will allow us to do in-house as a reimbursement rather than going out. With all the prevailing wage crap you need with state dollars, I don't know how that's gonna work, but DJ's got some questions to answer. Other than that, I didn't have anything else. My meetings will all be through the next couple weeks.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Carney?
Yes, Chair, thank you. Again, my meetings are all next week, ACA, ARDC, AOA. But one thing I have been working on, we know that there's gonna be cuts to SNAP, social services. We don't know how much. So I've been trying to game, with our seniors at locations, of the food shelves. And working with the food shelves to try to be proactive, so when these cuts do come, that we have a process in place where they can still receive food. Some of our seniors out there are homebound. They can't, they may be living in a housing development or HRA or whatever, but they can't get out to get these services. So I'm working with some nonprofits, working with CARE, working with Angels, working with the food shelves themselves to set up and see, hey, can we pick up food and the process? And last night I spoke to one of them, she said, absolutely. Both the food shelves and Palisade work together. So if you give them the information, and it's not a lot of information, it's the name and birth date. That's all they want. And then they will give us pre-made boxes that we can take out to these residents. So that's one thing that I've been working on. I'm real worried about, with the funding cuts, how it's going to impact and the ripple effect, not only just to the recipients of these services, but to the providers of these, the stores and the small businesses that provide the items that are for purchase. So that's pretty much all I have, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. We had Health and Human Service Advisory Committee meeting on
Yep, thank you.
Thursday. And it was kind of a repeat of the presentation that Mark Jeffers and Hannah Colby, Hannah Savinsky now, made to us at our last board meeting. And a lot of general discussion, kind of a quasi-presentation from CARE, Aitkin County CARE, who will be hosting our December meeting. Some updates there. Michael,
No,
any?
that's pretty much does that.
And AIS, we finally met, and the question is, do we want to be in the decontamination business or not? We had the funds available. We had 4 units. We had 3 units to begin with, and they cost about $15,000. The price has skyrocketed since then. And it's kind of a general consensus that we're not getting the bang for the buck out of them. So do we want to be in the decontamination business or not? We're spending a lot to repair. They wear out. And that's the question at hand right now at our next meeting. We have 3 units because one was stolen about a year, 2 years ago. And that was down by Round Lake, South Round, or South Pine, one of those. So that was not replaced. We do have one that's up at the Libby Dam, and that's it was supposed to be manned by the Corps. So this is the question that's under discussion right now is how do we want to proceed with the decontamination units, given the reduction in funding that's coming in 2027.
Yeah.
I think it's a kind of a mutual feeling that let's invest that money in the inspections, in people. And that money, again, circulates throughout Aitkin County, all around. So that's kind of a summation of the last meeting we had. So we'll keep you posted on that. Tomorrow, Aitkin County Water Planning Task Force meets. And one of the things will be just kind of an update if there's any one watershed, one plan funds available through Bowser from, or the DNR, either or, for the diversion channel.
Oh, yeah.
And this is something I brought up at our initial meeting several years ago. We have to keep that alive up there. So that if funds do
Part of
come
the
in.
Mississippi, so, yeah.
Well, I mean, it affects everybody in that Brainerd
It does.
One Watershed, One Plan.
Yeah,
It affects people upstream
sure does.
as well in terms of flowage. So we'll see what happens there. HHS Advisory, AIS, Aitkin County Water Planning Task Force. I think that was pretty much it.
I just have one thing for the Birch Street Business Center, which is CARE and all their partners. On Thursday, November 20th, which is next week, we got $250 from the Grand Casino to purchase fresh vegetables. We got the Federal Credit Union 50 gift bags with mittens, hats, warms, lip balm, lotion, hot chocolate, and candy cane. Angie's Acres is donating a freezer filled with roughly 400 to 500 pounds of ground beef and roast.
That is one heck of a
Ed
contribution.
Anderson and partners are doing pallets with a Tens underwear, that type of things that folks that are very expensive. It's gonna be at the Birch Street. CARE and other partners are helping load it up. You can select 30 items of choice. But they want you to let them know by the 7th of noon, or November 7th at noon, if you'd like to contribute. But
That is the 20th?
That part is over, but yeah, the 20th.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna try to be there, but
Chair, I'm gonna
doors
put
open
a-
at 9.
I'm gonna put a plug here.
Yeah.
Gabby's Eats and Treats matched Mille Lacs
Super.
donation.
Oh,
You're
super.
awesome.
Good for them.
Yeah.
If you
'cause
know
I
the
got those
owners,
earlier.
tell them thank
I
you.
I will tell her.
Yeah, let the owners know that that's
Absolutely.
appreciated. Mr. Chair, if I could, thanks for bringing up the Birch Street Center. we've got, and I knew this last month and forgot to mention it at their update, but, Jet and AEOA will be moving from that center into the Mille Lacs Electric, well, now Steve-O's, building for office space. That was it.
So they left us high and dry, so I'm just, we're looking for renters, leasers, whatever.
And they're expanding.
Yeah.
What's that, who is? Oh,
CARE is expanding their office space.
yes,
So
well,
she
we have
gave
a
us
lot
that
more.
brief at the Health and Human Services, so it's
And-
exciting.
Also,
They're
CARE
very
is
busy.
taken over or has taken over management
Management of it,
Yep.
right.
of the
Just
building.
remember that.
Not ownership, management.
Just management.
Now we're hoping maybe we can get a garage or something, cause there's like two or three garage spaces behind there, but, you know, it all costs dollars. Yeah, anyway, I'm done.
Anything else?
Mr. Chair, did we cover the October 30th Congressman Stauber visit?
No.
And I know one of the takeaways from that was he was going to invite the district engineer, if that's the right title, from the Corps of Engineers to come up and have a meeting with the
Yes, that is
residents and with
correct.
us.
Awesome. So like for the McGregor stuff, the
Yeah,
big sandy
yeah,
stuff
for the
that's
big
going on?
Sandy Lake.
Okay,
That has,
that's crazy.
it's an important issue.
Absolutely.
And he does have a new staff member. I can't think of her name.
Kara Lindstrom.
Kara
Or Kara,
Lindstrom.
maybe Kara Lindstrom.
Kara.
Kara?
Yeah, I had met with him, not at this one, but a week before
Yeah.
with Congressman Stauber. And I think that was her first week, but very responsive. I sent some information. I got answers back that
Right away.
very same day.
Yeah, Chair, if I might, I have one addition. I forgot to mention the Mississippi Headwater Biennium Conference over at Breezy Point. We attended that, and his representative was there, along with some of the other aides.
Cool.
And the turnout was phenomenal. I'm saying upwards of close to 100 people.
Wow.
So it was a wonderful event.
You know, and at some point, I think maybe we could get an update from Kenny and Josh for the VSO. I think that's been a while too. They used to
Yes.
come in with STS,
Yes.
remember? During the same day or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, typically we've had a yearly update, report, statistics.
Just getting back from COVID.
Anything else?
Nope.
Motion to adjourn?
So move.
Commissioner Westland moves adjournment, support.
Support.
Commissioner LaVisca supports. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, in my 19 years, of course.
Yeah.